Okay, so this is the best I can do, I'm afraid, under the circumstances. I've got my phone and I've got it on my car holder mount thing up on the cupboard. So I've sort of chopped my head off, because if I don't chop my head off, i.e. like that, you're not going to see what I'm doing down here. And I think it's more important about what I'm going to do down here than it is looking at my ugly mush. So hence, that's why you're not going to be able to see all my head. But I'm going to do it like that. So anyway, I'm going to make, by popular demand, well, one person's asked me to do this. I'm going to do garlic chicken roast, which looks like that, and it is on page 54 of our Slimming World Free Food Feast book. You can get these online if you don't go to group. You can get them on eBay. So there we have it. That's what I'm going to make for tea tonight. So I have actually got, as they suggest, some Chantenay carrots, and they're selling those in Lidl's at the moment, and they're the little diddy ones like that. So I've actually got some of those. There we go. But you can use normal carrots if you haven't got these. You know, heaven's sake, carrot's a carrot, isn't it? I'm going to add some celery. It doesn't say celery, but I am going to add in some celery. And it says 3 red onions. So I've got 2 red onions, and I've got some shallots. So I'm going to add in a handful of shallots. I've got some garlic bulbs and some little new potatoes, and some salt and pepper, a butternut squash, some fry light. I've got the butter variety here, and I've also got a Savoy cabbage, which we're going to have on the side of our garlic chicken roast. And I've got chicken thighs. They suggest that you have skinless chicken legs, but I prefer thighs, to be honest with you, and I'm going to bone the thighs and take the skin off them. So, first things first, clear the decks, get a sharp knife and something to cut your chicken on, and a nice sharp knife. So let's move that out of the way. Oh. Now, I'm no blooming butcher, so, you know, I just do it as I can. This is how I skin my chicken. I basically just pull that off like that, and off comes the chicken, and then I'll cut that excess fat off there, like so, and I've got my skinned thigh, so to speak. So I'm just going to carry on, and if you put your thumb under there and ease it, it will make it a bit easier process. You just got to be a little bit, you know, a little bit forceful with it, but you'll be surprised at how much that weight, once you've taken that fat off and the bone out, this one doesn't want to come off, you'll be surprised at how much waste in fat and bone you have actually paid for in that chicken that's not actually anything that you're going to eat, which is a bit annoying, but these are dirt cheap, to be honest. There's a kilo of chicken there, and it wasn't a lot. I think I paid $1.75, something like that, from Lidl. So to be honest, you know, for what you're paying, by the time you've cut all this off, it's still a very cheap cut of meat for a meal. And this will last not just tonight, this will do, there'll be enough left over as well to put in either the freezer or to have tomorrow. So I'm just continuing. As you can see, I am no butcher. I'm a butcher in other ways, not a finesse one. So I've just taken Kimmy out for a walk around the Commons. This is a little video of it. I lost my blooming glove, and which was rather annoying. So I had to go all the way back. Kimmy went lame. My knee's hurting. So, oh dear, really good. So that is all the fat that I've just cut off, which is pretty gross really. Sharon, if you're watching, you won't enjoy that, love. Being a vegan. So yeah, not nice. I've got something come up on here. I need to get rid of it. There we go, that's better. And then what I need to do is, you can't really see, can you? Is that better? Not really. Is you need to get your knife under your bone, and you just need to cut away the meat as close to that bone, and I sort of scrape it down the bone, scrape the meat away, like so. Can you see what I'm doing? All the way down. And it comes off quite easy, and there we go. That's your bone out. So, didn't take me long. And now what you've got is a nice piece of really tasty thigh meat, which you can roll like so. And there you have it. A lovely piece of rolled, tasty, thighed chicken meat. So I'm going to do the rest of these. I've got a bit of a problem because I don't know how to pause. Because when I did my other videos, I could pause it and I could do all the boring bits like the rest of this while you didn't have to sit there watching it. But now, because I'm using my phone, I've got to work out how I can cut and paste my blimmin' videos so I can put them all together in one little bit. And I'm absolutely useless at technology when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm not quite sure what to do. So I've got a little bit of a knuckle bit in there. I just need to cut that out. You don't want a crunchy knuckle bit. There, a little bit of a knuckly bit in there. I massacred that bit. But at the end of the day, you know, you can roll it up. It doesn't have to look overly pretty, you know. So that's that. So I'm going to carry on and cut these up. But what I am going to do is I'm only going to cut Jason's, because I don't mind the bone being in the chicken. It doesn't bother me. And then we have another one. So you can see it's coming on, and then there's 3 that have got their bones in, which I will have. So I'll have those and Jace will have it boneless. So I'm just going to cut off the excess fat that I do not want, like so. There we go. Now mine obviously look bigger, but that's because it's got that bone in it. No other reason than that. So there we have it. There's our boned and unboned 6 portions of chicken thigh. Now, I just need to wash my hands quickly. Now this recipe takes about an hour. Oh, I'm just looking out the window. We've got a few flakes of snow. I was feeling a bit miffed. Everybody's got snow apart from us. We're just getting a few flakes as I'm looking out the window. Wow. I was just watching, if anybody goes on Instagram, if anybody goes on Instagram, I was just watching Sally Wadley. She's one of my Instagram friends, and she's got a dog called Freddie, and she's just taken him out in for a walk. He's literally got his head like this, and he's going through all the snow, and he's got snow all over him. Bless him. He absolutely loves the snow. He's such a sweetheart. So go and have a look at her, Sally Wadley, on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Pauline Date, all one word. And go and check out my pictures. So that's my meat and my excess fat that I've just taken off my chicken, which I will weigh for you, so you can see how much. And bearing in mind, this is just the bones of half of it. Look at all that. Had I got the other 3 bones as well, that's 352 grams of fat and bone taken off that kilo of chicken. Disgusting. So there you go. Now then, what you need to do next, let's have a little look. So, page, what was it, 50 something in our book? Page 54. So you need to, they're saying pre-cook your potatoes and your carrots in a saucepan of slightly salted boiling water over a high heat for 6 minutes and then drain well. Put the potatoes and carrots, onions and garlic in a large roasting tin. Quite frankly, I am not going to boil my potatoes because they will cook along quite nicely, I think, in my within the casserole. So I'm hoping this tin's going to be big enough. So I've got my desired tin. Going to stick on my oven. There we go. And so what I'm going to do is my potatoes, you've got to cut those in half. Let me just get another knife. So cut your potatoes in half, chuck those in. Now this is would be for 2 meals or 1 meal for a family of 4. So 2 meals for 2 or a family of 4. Alright, once you've got your potatoes in there, you can then put your carrots in there. And they're saying if you just take the top off those little, if you're using the ones that I'm using, and then just cut them in half. So just top them and then cut them into halves. I think they look quite nice, you know, the little carrots, they're really cute. So if you can get those ones, they have got them in Lidl's at the moment, if you've got a Lidl's near you. I think they'll look quite nice on the plate, you know, once you've made it up. So that's your carrot. And then I'm going to put a stick of celery in there, but that's my choice for putting that in. That's just getting a little bit more of our 5 a day into one of our meals. And then I've got some garlic. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to peel off the outside, you know, like the papery bit, but leave the bulb bottom bit on. And I'm just peeling off most of that paper and I'm popping that in. And the same with the other half. I mean, I just happen to have two halves. If you have a whole one, just chuck that in. So this one's fallen apart, but it doesn't matter. Get that papery stuff off. You don't need to peel off the, you know, all the garlic skin. Just leave it like that. And then just chuck them in. Then I'm just going to top and tail my onions. I don't think I'm going to put those red onions in because otherwise it's going to be way too oniony. There's only so much blooming onion you can eat. And I'm just going to peel off the outside layer of that onion and I'm going to put them in whole like that. There's one. I don't know that this blooming tin's going to be big enough. Do you often do that? You put something, you put stuff in a blooming bowl and you get halfway through and you think, oh, for Christ's sake. Then you have to get another one out and dirty it all. Oh, honestly. Right, so this is going to be a really nice supper on a really cold winter's day, isn't it? It really is. You know, you could do this in your slow cooker. That would be lovely. You know, if you did this, you could do it now, put it in your fridge, in your slow cooker, and then pop it on in the morning before you go to work. Or you could actually cook it in your slow cooker and then just reheat it. Or just do it this way, the conventional way that I'm doing it. And just do it in your oven. So, nearly done. That's my last onion in. Right, then I've got some butternut squash that needs to go in there. Now this can be a little bit of a monkey to cut up. So you need to get the big boy out. So, minding fingers. God, even with this it's hard, honestly. It's dangerous being a cook. Now, we like the skin, which is just as well because it makes life a lot easier. So I am putting in skin and all because, like I say, it's a bit of roughage. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't even know it's on there once it's cooked. Try it. Honestly, you really do not need to peel your butternut squashes. It's pointless, hard work. Dangerous exercise. Right, so that's going in as well. In the pool. Everybody get in the pool. Right. Clearly, my bowl is not big enough. So I really do need to find a different one. So, hang five. Where's that really big one I've got? Aha! Right. Oh, always got my head in a cupboard. Right. So, quick change of plan. chicken on top. There we go. Oh, we need a lemon. Where's that lemon? Let's get rid of that. Right, you need a lemon, and you just need to chop up a lemon. Add that in. Like so. Right. Once you have done that, you need to season. So good old pepper, salt, gonna get my hands in, just give it a little bit of a mix up, like so. Lovely. And then you just need your chicken stock or vegetable stock, whatever stock you want to put on there. Right, so I'm just going to put on the kettle quickly, wash my hands. Right, first ones I've come to is a couple of vegetable stock cubes, so I'm just going to use a couple of vegetable stock cubes. And I've got some garlic salt to hand, so I'm just going to give my chicken a little bit of a spritz with some garlic granules. Right, let me find my jug. Jug here somewhere. Don't do that jug. Right, now you need, let's have a look, 200 mils of stock. So, God, I'm going to burn my fingers like that, aren't I? You can see why I have accidents. Honestly, I've got brains of a ruddy rocking horse sometimes. Why would you pour boiling water into a jug like that? Honestly. Right. So let's give that a bit of a mix. Just make sure I've got everything in there. Right, what I am going to do is I'm just going to stab my chicken thighs, and then I'm going to pour on my stock. Now, there's not enough stock there it's just going to sort of boil and bubble away. Do you know what I mean? It's going to mainly sort of roast and be succulent in the juices and that little bit of stock. I'm going to cover it with foil. And then I have a lid somewhere. Oh, God knows where. I do have a lid somewhere. I don't know if that lid will fit. That lid will fit. We'll use that one. And then all I'm going to do is pop this in the oven. Oh, God. Once I've taken out all my tins, oh my God. Bloody hell. I'm like bloody Calamity Jane, and honestly. My husband's a bloody saint. Right, put it in the oven. Hopefully nothing will happen to it now it's in the oven. And what you want to do is cook your garlic chicken roast for, how long? 30 minutes. Then take off the foil and give it a bit of a mix up, you know. And then pop it back in the oven for another 15 minutes without the lid on. And then once it's done, it'll just check your chicken to make sure that it's cooked right through, obviously. And there you go. Job's a good one. So it's 200 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 and gas mark 6. Yeah, so if you've got a fan it's 200, if it's not a fan it's 180, or if you've got gas then it's gas mark 6. So ready in an hour, serves 4 like I said, and it is free. So there you go.